Hey guys, Mr. C Silverfox here, coming to you from Cartagena, Colombia. In my own opinion, the absolute epicenter of femininity and stunning women. I fucking love this city. I highly recommend you guys putting it on your places to visit list. I want to talk to you a little bit about my story and about how we do things in the UpperTier Club. So, about 3 years ago or something, I left a very terrible relationship. It started out great. I was with a Latina from Mexico City, upper class, little princess that I was with for probably about 8 years. Little firecracker, very spicy Latina. And I'm Canadian, so I handled things the way that we're taught. You know, I didn't know anything about masculinity and femininity at the beginning, and so I literally got chewed up and spat out on the ground. I did what pretty much every guy does. The more she does her shit testing and investment testing and all the different things that feminine women do, the more I responded by trying to be, understanding, considerate, compromise, blah, 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 and it ended really fucking bad. I don't recommend that approach to guys. If you want to date really feminine women, you need to become very masculine. This is just how it works. I didn't make this up. We've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. The choice that you have is to get on board with the way things actually work, or to maintain your own mindset that's probably been fed to you from the feminist movement and Western culture, and try and keep doing it your way, the Disney way, and it doesn't work. And you will be chewed up and spat out, end up in divorce court, and have the same sort of situation that I had. So I came from that relationship, and it was really devastating, let's say 3 years ago. And I realized right away that if I wanted to continue dating really feminine women, I needed to figure out a whole ton of shit about what I'd done wrong in the relationship. I mean, it was very easy to try and want to blame her as just being this crazy sociopath, but in reality, a big part of it was my own failure as a masculine man, or as a man, in my own failure to set the stage with masculinity and to maintain my own frame. And now, that's what I teach other guys. So, if you really are looking for the kind of teaching that you can find online where you pay $50 and download some course from me, or $100, and I'm going to teach you a bunch of tricks and scripts and routines and memorize conversations and how to manipulate her into bed when she's half drunk at a club, yeah, you're not going to want to watch the rest of this video. You're not going to find anything of value on my channel. So I recommend save a minute and a half of your life, hit end, go to another site. You can find a ton of that shit online, but it's not how I do things. What does it mean to be in the upper tier? The upper tier is the top 5% or 3% of eligible males in the dating pool. There's always an upper tier. The question is whether you're in it. It exists in any area. It's a social dominance hierarchy, and there's always a top, and there's always the 90 or 95% at the bottom that always wish they were in the top. So I want to talk to you about how you climb the social dominance hierarchy and enter that precious upper tier. Life is so much better up there. It's like you have a better job, you make more money, you have more control over your life, over your time, you set better boundaries, you have better relationships with your family, with your friends, you date far more beautiful women, you go on better vacations, basically you have better health, like everything is fucking better in the upper tier. That's why everybody wants to be there. So the easiest way for guys to get into the upper tier is to build out your masculinity. And unfortunately, it's a really difficult road. It's doable for almost anybody if you're willing to put in the time and the effort. What we teach at the UpperTier Club, we teach you how to integrate your masculinity in all areas of your life. How to use the difficulties of meeting women in public, just walking down the street and this gorgeous woman walks by with her family, or there's 5 of them, whatever. In everyday life, how do you approach her, interact with her, get to know her, build connection with her, enjoy that attraction with her, and then let that naturally grow and guide it into growing into something delicious. Now, I'm not teaching you how to get laid repeatedly from every woman you see. I'm not teaching you how to manipulate women or exploit or abuse them. I'm teaching you how to find the women you find most delicious, how to interact with them in the most masculine way possible, and then how to let that grow into some kind of absolutely incredible experience between you and her. And if you prefer to do that with multiple different women at the same time and you don't want to settle down, that's fine. And if you want to do that to meet a wife or to meet a significant other for a period of time, that's fine too. That's totally your own personal preference. We focus on how to approach women, how to treat women properly as feminine women, how to identify and pass her investment tests and her shit tests, how the whole process works. Like, you have to get a whole mindset around how masculinity and femininity interact properly together. And as that starts to come together, you understand why, not just what to say to her, but why you should say this to her, and why you should stand this way, and why you should interact with her this way. Why do you open her door? Why do you pull out her chair? You understand how to do the different things. You also understand why, and you build it all together into a holistic approach to increase your own ability to interact with people, your own social intelligence. And as you do that, your entire life changes. That's the invitation that I'm giving you. Come take a look at the upper tier. If it's your type of thing and you want to be there, fucking check us out. I would love to talk to you about it. I'm taking this year, I'm traveling for 2020. I'm going to be in Latin America a lot. I love Latin American women, Latinas. So I'm going to be in Colombia a lot, might hit Mexico, might hit a few other places in Latin America. And then I'm going to be spending a fair amount of time in Asia, Japan, Philippines, Korea, and probably bouncing up to Eastern Europe. So book a boot camp. Let's get together, let's chat about it, and let's get you cracking. I think 2020 is your year. Thank you for your time.